Hey everyone, still some people coming in here. Come on in. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So today, thanks for joining my webinar. Today we're going to talk about local SEO and getting more business in your local market. So our agenda for today, we're going to go through some introductions. We're going to talk about local SEO, why you need it, what it's good for, what it can do for your business. And then we're going to go through all the local SEO ranking factors and their importancy. And we're going to give you some great tips on how to increase your local SEO for your business website. So let's get started. My name is Tyler Horvath. I'm the CEO of Titan Media. We offer full-service website solutions, including web design, management, SEO, and even hosting. Here's some links to our social profiles if you want to click on them, check us out, follow us. We're always putting out good content, cool webinars, so follow us and check us out. So what is local SEO? So local SEO is the methodology of getting more traffic from search engines based on geolocated searches. So this usually means someone searching for city and service, and Google now has these special results that that shows businesses before any other rankings, and it's a great way to gain more market in your local area. These results always show up first, and if you do it right, you can get a ton of great leads, customers, traffic, all from this simple new way to do SEO. So who is local SEO for? Who needs it? Local SEO is good for any business that has a physical location. This includes, restaurants, retail locations, dentists, lawyers, chiropractors, doctors, anyone that has a physical location. You can use this to your benefit to increase your customers in your local area. So there's plenty of benefits to local SEO. We laid out four for you here. Local SEO can increase your local customers by allowing them to find your website first before any of your competitors that could be in the national market or international market. You'll get more targeted traffic because it's people that are searching for your targeted industry, and this likely will increase your click-through rates, your conversions, your customers, and your traffic. When you use local SEO, you get more business reviews, and this is really important just for authority and brand awareness. The more reviews you get, positive reviews obviously, the better you're going to rank in your local market and even in the national market in Google. Another great benefit of local SEO is the increased click-through rate that you get from your listings in Google. People are often more likely to click on results that stand out more. And when you do local SEO on your site, you have more things called rich snippets, which are, reviews, recipes, anything like that makes your listing stand out more. It's going to increase that click-through rate, which is good for both your website conversions and ranking in Google. So here are all of the big local SEO ranking factors. This image was created by Moz, and it's a great look at the important factors in local SEO and their percentage of importantness. And it's a great way to get started with local SEO and get an overall idea of the kind of things that you need to do to rank better in your local market. So just a general overview. The most important piece is your on-page signals, and that's about 20% of a factor when it comes to ranking. your link signals, like your backlinks and your links from local domains and local companies, has a very big factor on how you rank. Your external location signals and your My Business signals are also important. Then you have these review, social, behavioral, and mobile signals, and personalization. And we'll go through all these in depth and tell you what they are, how to use them, and how to get good signals in each one of these categories. So the first thing to do is add your business to Google My Business. This is one of the most important things to do. Obviously, it's Google, and when you add your business to Google, obviously they're gonna give it more authority and rank it higher than they maybe would have if you weren't in Google My Business. So we have a link here to Google My Business. Just click on this link. It's a pretty simple setup process. Add your business name, address, email. Choose a fitting category for your business. If you're a law firm, don't put in that you do psychology. Make sure that you put exactly in your category so you can get found in that category best by Google. Another important thing is adding your local phone number. We try to stay away from toll-free numbers and 800 numbers because Google really does look at the area code of your local phone number, and they typically tend to rank websites higher that have a local number if someone's searching in that locality. You'll also submit your business address, and they'll actually make you verify that address. So make sure that it is an actual address, and they'll send you a postcard that has a secret code on it, and you'll put that code in on Google after you get the postcard, and that's how they review your business location. So make sure that you put in an actual business location so you can receive that card. It usually takes a couple weeks at max to get the card, and once you get it, just put in the code, and it'll confirm your business, and it's pretty simple. Make sure that you add as many items or as many fields as you can in Google My Business. Add your photos of a business, add as many photos as you can, add your hours, add your category. Any field that you can add and give Google more information about your business, the better. This will definitely make you rank higher. We also have here adding and verifying your domain-based email. So if you have an email like support@Titan Media or sales@Titan Media, this would be a great piece to put in your Google business page to more verify and authoritate your business. So next we have external location signals. These are signals that Google finds off your website, anywhere on the web. These include citation volume, internet yellow page references, or IYP, which we call it. Sometimes it's IYPW. NAPW is name, address, phone number, website, and the consistency of this data should be the same across the web. We're also going to talk about data aggregators and what they are. So citation volume. A citation is anywhere on the web that references your business using the NAP, name, address, phone number, and they can contain a backlink or not. Either way, a citation is a citation. It's going to be a little bit more powerful if you have a backlink, but just having your citation anywhere on the web can increase your chances to rank better locally. So there's two different types of citations. There's structured citations and unstructured citations. And structured citations are usually found on IYP websites or business listings. So like Yelp, Superpages, Yellow Pages, any site like that, it's going to be a structured citation. And there's literally thousands of websites that you can add, or thousands of directories that you can add your business to. Some of them have backlinks available to add, and some of them don't. But either way, you want to add your site to as many of these places as possible. The more places that you add your site to, the more authoritative it'll become, the more citations you'll get, and the better that you will rank in your local market. So unstructured citations are citations found on places like job websites, online newspapers, blogs, event listings. These are just as important. And even more important is getting these listings on in places in your local market. So like newspapers in your local market, or events in your local market. All these are great places to add your name, address, phone number, citation to build up your local SEO. So here's some great examples of how to build good citations for local SEO. We found that using this local citation finder by Whitespark is a great way to find opportunities to add your local citation. It compares competitors, it looks at other websites, and it looks at your citation analysis, and it can give you great ways to, or great places to add your listing, and definitely a cool tool to use and check out. Another great way to build some citations is creating an event at your business location and submitting that event, submitting those event details to like online newspapers and other local local places that can add this event online. And so when they add it online, they'll add the location, so you'll get a great citation there. You can also submit a press release, and most of the time when you submit a press release, you have to add the location of your business on it. And if your press release gets picked up by some bigger networks, or some nationwide news sources, you can get a ton of really great citations that way. The last thing that we suggest that you could do is joining your Chamber of Commerce or any other local business associations. Usually when you join these business associations, they'll add you as a partner on their website, which is another great local citation that will increase your website's ranking in the local market. So one of the most important things that you should remember with your NAP citations is that they're consistent. This is one of the biggest reasons that sites get dinged for local SEO, is they have different business names and different addresses all over the web with their citations, and Google doesn't like that. Google will look for the exact NAP structured data throughout the web, and if it finds any that are different or errors, it won't know which one to use. It confuses the algorithm, and it'll just ding you. And so it's really important that you add your name, address, phone number, and website, if you do, all the same throughout the entire web. This includes business titles, zip codes, phone numbers, and street numbers. A lot of people say that you should even not hyphenate street or terrace, but we believe that it's just the business title, the zip code, phone number, and street numbers. So don't worry about whether it's street or ST or avenue or AVE. As long as your street numbers match up, your business name matches up, your zip codes match up, and your phone number matches up. And a great trick that we do to keep things consistent across all of our websites is putting this information in Google Chrome's autofill function. And it's pretty easy. Just go to Google Chrome, go to Settings, and click Advanced Settings, and scroll down until you see this little area here where it says Password and Forms. And then you can see it says Manage Autofill Settings. So click that, and it'll open up a little box, and you can add as many addresses and businesses as you want. And when you go to fill in a form to add your NAP citation, just click one of those autofills and it'll fill it all out for you exactly how you have it in the autofill tool, and it will be the same anywhere you add it. You don't have to worry about typing it out wrong or anything like that. So it'll just automatically add it for you how you have it formatted, ready to go, and everything. It's a great tip that we use that speeds up the process a little bit of creating these consistent NAP citations. So next is the Internet Yellow Pages, which is often referred to as IYP. And these are directories that allow you to add your business and give you great NAP citations, as well as increasing authority and brand awareness for your website. There's literally thousands of these websites that you can or directories that you can add your citations to. We've listed here some big ones. There's Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, BBB, Angie's List, Insider Pages, and these are just a few. But get out there, Google it, just search for Yellow Pages, add my business, and you'll come up with a ton of results of places that you can submit your business to. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. We try to stay away from paid ones. I mean, there's so many free ones out there that you really don't need to pay to be included in IYP. Just something to remember. So the next piece is data aggregators, and these are companies that collect local data, and they pass this data on to online directories and search engines to use. So though you may think that Google is the one that's collecting all this data, they're actually just pulling in data from a bunch of different sources and pulling that into their algorithm, calculating it out, and figuring out which one has the most authority and showing those. So there's 4 main data aggregators online. There's Infogroup, Axicom, Newstar Localized, and Factual. And just these 4 data aggregators is where all the data comes from in any local market. So we added this cool local search ecosystem graph that we got from Moz Local here, and it was created by David Mime at Moz. And it pretty much shows you that most websites are getting their data from these 4 main data aggregators. So like Yahoo Local and Google Plus Local and Bing all get their information from Infogroup. And Twitter and all these, big websites are also getting their local data from Factual, Newstar, and Axicom. So we have a great tool here that we are sharing to easily add your business to these 4 data aggregators, and it's called Express Update. It's right here. Just click it, search for your business. If it's not already in there, you can add it, and it'll add it to these 4 main data aggregators that will then distribute your business data to all of these sources here. So if you can get your website submitted to Express Update, it will strongly increase your local SEO just by adding it to these 4 aggregators that will then submit it to all these awesome sources like Foursquare and Apple and Bing, MapQuest, TomTom, Yellowbot, all these great sources for NAP citations. So the next piece we're going to talk about is your on-page signals. Now, judging by that graph that we looked at before, the on-page signals were the most important part about local SEO. And we believe this to be true, and we see it every day when we're doing local SEO. Your local or your on-page signals are very important, and we're going to show you how to do them here. So here we listed out the most important signals. You have the header tags, title tags, meta descriptions, images, maps, and then your NAP citations. So pretty much what you want to do here is you want to add your location and your service as many times as you can. You don't want to be spammy with it, but you want to have your service and your city or your local market in each one of these areas. So we can do one for example. So like meta descriptions. So adding, for example, Titan Media offers full service web solutions to Kansas City metropolitan area. Obviously not long enough description for good SEO, but just an example of us adding our company name, our brand, and our service, and our local market for each one of these. So for example, maps. So we have this map here. This is a screenshot of a map from our Contact Us page. And Google really likes themselves, really. So if you put Google Maps on your pages with locations, it will strongly increase your on-page signals. And then we have NAP citations here, which is very important as well. You want to have that on every single page of your website. So we have our NAP citation for Titan Media on the footer of our page, and it spans across our whole website, and it has our NAP citations that is consistent with every other NAP that we've added on the web. So on this next page here, we show you that here's our footer NAP citation on titanmedia.com, and we have it set up here in this schema.org code. So schema.org is a structured data and markup tool code, and pretty much it was created for websites to consume content and data better. So it structures your content in a way that allows Google and Bing and Yelp and all these sites to consume your data easier by showing these. See it as these item prop. So you got item prop name, Titan Media, so it can more easily look for these classes and on these elements and gather that data a lot easier than say having to scrape the web and write custom queries to get each element, etc. So like we said, add your service location and brand, page titles, meta description, title tags, images, and in your content, and Google will find that. A good way to test your schema markup is this Google structured data testing tool. It pretty much tests the URL of any page that you put in it, and it will tell you if your structured data from schema.org is valid or if there's errors in it. And you should make sure that every page on your site is error-free and includes this schema.org structured data. We're not going to get too much more into schema.org today. There's a lot of data in there, a lot of different schemas that you can use. But even just having this local business schema right here in your footer with this code is going to increase your local rankings strongly. So our next piece is link signals, and this is kind of like link building in normal SEO, but you're focusing on something different here. When you're building link signals for local SEO, you want to focus more on quantity in your local market instead of quality in the entire market. So when you're building links for normal SEO, you're trying to find as many high authority links as you can, and you don't want to link from low authority or bad websites. But when it comes to local SEO, I mean, you don't want to link to bad websites either, but link from bad websites. But you want to link from more local websites or local businesses than you would normally with normal SEO. So that means getting backlinks from local news station websites or other businesses in your local market. And we have listed here some good ways to build some good quality local links and increase your chances of showing up first when people are searching in your local market. So our first one is giving an interview to a local reporter about your website or business. Now this one's great for many reasons. For one, you're generating some really great content by giving an interview. Make sure that you record this interview and make sure that you get this interview written out as well. And that's just more great content that you can use anywhere else. It will also most of the time they'll put the interview on their local website with a great backlink to your website, and that's a really good local link right there. Our next one is offering a scholarship or offering jobs to students in college. These are two great ways to get some good backlinks in your local market. Scholarships, they create a lot of buzz, and people will link to your website more in your local market if you have a great scholarship for local students or local colleges in the area. And a lot of times you'll get some really great links from, you can even get links from local colleges.edu domains, which is really, really good. The next one is creating an AMA on Reddit. AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. It's a big thing on Reddit. Pretty much you put yourself out there and say, hey, ask me anything you'd like. And a lot of people usually respond and ask you information. And you can even put it in a relevant subreddit and in your local community. So maybe, for example, find your Kansas City area community, and we would host an AMA on SEO, and anyone can ask anything on SEO. And a lot of times you get some great backlinks to your business or website page, and it's in your local market. So it's a great local links signal. These last two, just building local meetups, could be a huge way to gain some great links. Either building a local meetup in your community and create an event page for it with your NAP on it, your name, address, phone number. And a lot of times these events get shared a lot by your local community, and that'll even increase your local SEO even more. This last one, joining a meetup.com local event and contacting them about sponsoring the event is a pretty easy thing to do. Just go to meetup.com, look for events in your local area, and then you can contact the owner of the event and say, hey, we'd like to sponsor the event. Usually it's free, and they'll give you a great local citation on the events page since you sponsor them. And these are just a few ways to build good local links. There's hundreds of different ways out there. Check our website and our blog for more, content on building local link signals. But this was just a few to get you started. Our next piece is review signals. Now these are pretty much just reviews that Google finds all throughout the web, and it uses this as a big factor in ranking your website for geo-located searches. Google often correlates good reviews with good business, so they naturally rank that business higher in local searches. As you can see from this example we showed before on our Kansas City barbecue search, we got Jack Stack here that has the highest rating, and it should because it's the best. And then we got Joe's under that, and then Arthur Bryant's. And as you can see here, it's sorted default by highest rating. So just right there, having the highest rating gets you highest in Google. So it's very important to get as many reviews as you can, and as many good reviews as you can as well. Now, unlike most people think that Google gets its reviews from itself, but it actually pulls in reviews from throughout the web and puts them in its algorithm and uses that as a ranking factor. So it's important to get good reviews not only on Google, but on all these other sources as well. And just to name a few, Trustpilot, BizRate Insights, Reseller Ratings, Power Reviews, Revo, all these are some of the websites that Google uses to get its reviews from. So how do you build reviews? Definitely it could seem like a hard feat when you first get started, but there's a few things that you can do to increase your chances of getting reviews from customers and increase those good reviews as well. So a good thing that we like to do is link to our review profiles on our website. Usually a good place for this would be your footer. Just linking to all the websites or all your review profiles, which encourages your customers to give you more reviews since they'll actually be able to find it. There's a cool tool by Whitespark again. They have this review handout generator, and pretty much what it does is it's a simple little tool that can walk your customers through how to review your website. A lot of people aren't sure how to review or where to find a place to review, and this simple tool helps your customers easily review your website on multiple sources that we've named in the slide before. Another great source of getting reviews is getting this Yelp sticker. So just click this link here and you can order a free sticker from Yelp to put on your business window. And it's got a cool little QR code on there where people can easily select it on their phone and more easily reach your Yelp review and website and profile, so they can easily give you a review. These last two are probably the most important ones, and if you're not doing these now, you should definitely think about talking to your webmaster and getting these things done. So adding your review profiles to your order confirmation email or page is very important. Most people don't know that any company has a review system, or they don't know where to find it. This allows your customers to know exactly how to give you a review after they've ordered a product from your business. The most engaging way to do this is to send an automatic email to your customers about 30 days after they receive their product, asking for a review. This is great because a lot of times, like the last example, if someone were to order something and then they see the review profile on their confirmation page, it's not likely they're going to review it because they haven't got the product yet and they didn't have a chance to use it, see what it's really like, and give a good opinion of it. So sending an email a couple weeks after your customer has ordered the product can ensure that they've used it, they have an opinion on it, and you're a lot more likely to get a review from them if they've already done those things. So social signals, a lot of people say that these aren't a signal that Google uses to rank websites, but we believe that it strongly correlates with ranking good, and that having a good social profile and having a lot of social signals is very important to ranking better locally. So how do you get social signals? Well, there's literally thousands of ways that you can get social signals. And these are like tweets, shares, Google one-ups, retweets, anything like that is counted as a social signal. And getting the most of these possible will increase your chances of ranking better in big search engines. So how do you get social signals? Well, here's a few simple ways that we have done it in the past. Creating a how-to guide and sharing it on all our social media profiles. This can be how-to guides, this can be an FAQ, any long-form or highly engaging content that you share on social media is likely to get a lot of likes and shares and retweets and one-ups, and pretty much just create really engaging content and share it on your social media, and you'll get a lot of shares and likes and retweets, and this will increase your rank socially or locally with SEO. Another way to get a lot of likes on Facebook, it's not a free way, but it can be cheap if you do it right, is to make a page like ad on Facebook ads. And pretty much what this does is just allows you to pay for likes on your page. And if you create a good enough ad, you can get likes and shares for 1 to 2 cents if you do it right. The next one is well, the next two really is more just being active on social media. You know, people like following active companies, and they like companies that often share and create content and post stuff on their social media profiles. So a good way to do that is simply just going out and find your competitors' social media profiles, looking at all their followers, and following them. And a lot of times you'll get a lot of follow backs and likes and follows just by using this method. But be sure that you don't get too spammy with it. Some sites like Twitter don't allow you to follow too many people in a row without getting banned. So make sure that you do it somewhat slowly, gradually, every day, just adding, 20, 30 people that are possibly interested in your business niche. And you'll see that they'll often follow you back. And the next one, just being active on social media, posting content daily. People like good content in their news feed or their Twitter feed or whatever feed it is. So just keep posting good content, and you'll see more engagement on your website. You'll see more social signals, and you'll see more higher local SEO rankings. And lastly, we have here adding your social links on Google+. So when you created your Google+ page, as you see we added here, you can add your website, you can add other links, and then other profiles. So add all your profiles to this page. It's just another link to those pages from Google that will help you rank higher locally. So as you see, we have our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our Twitter. We got more on there, but this is an old screenshot. But yeah, adding these can really help. And then, people find your Google page, they can see all your other profiles and easily click to them, share content on those as well. So behavioral signals, not super important when it comes to local SEO. It's one of the lower ones on the list, but it's definitely important for your business to have good behavioral signals on your website. This means good user experience, good user interface design. Your visitors are staying longer, coming back, and these are the type of signals that Google can see and that Google looks at when it thinks about ranking your site in Google. So we're going to go through these in depth, but here are the 6 signals that Google looks at. There's time, duration, frequency, type of access, click-through rate, and navigational paths. So time of the day has a big impact on behavioral signals. For example, people go to a website when they've just waken up. They're likely to take longer clicking through things because they're still a little bit slower. The body's still waking up, and Google takes this into effect when it looks at ranking your pages. And the duration and frequency, this is like the amount of time that a user spends on your website. Google knows this. If your visitors come to your website and the average time that they spend on your site is 5 minutes, Google will think, okay, that's a long time. That must be, have good content, and it must be a good user experience for the visitor. So it can see this information. If someone comes to your website and they leave a second later, and this happens a lot, Google knows that, and they'll know that there's probably something wrong with your user experience, and people aren't really that interested in your website. And this will give you a big ding when you're looking to rank in the search engines. So here's the last 3 behavioral signals. Type of access means what device they're accessing your website from. It can have a strong impact on your behavioral signals. For example, if someone's visiting your site from a mobile device, and Google sees that your mobile visitors are leaving within 2 seconds, but your desktop visitors are staying for 5-10 minutes, it knows that your mobile behavior is not very good, and you'll probably get dinged for that too. So make sure that you make sure that your business or website works on all browsers, all devices, and that it's responsive in that nature. The next piece, and one of the most important things, is the CTR, and that's the amount of clicks you get divided by the amount of impressions that your listing receives. So having rich snippets and reviews and phone extensions all added to your website it will show this information on Google. I'm sure you've seen it before. You see, a website, and then it's got, a review under it with the stars, or it's got a phone number extension. All these extra snippets of data make your listing and stand out more in Google, and makes it more likely to be clicked. And the more likely it's clicked, and the more amount of people that click on it, Google sees this, and they know that people are probably clicking on this listing because it's relevant to the search that they're making, and you'll often rank higher for having that higher click-through rate. So the way to have a higher click-through rate is adding this rich snippet data that we talked about before, getting reviews, and having that schema.org structured data on your website that will strongly increase your click-through rate. And then lastly, personalization, and this is refers to just unique results per user. For example, I could be searching for Kansas City barbecue, and a certain amount of certain results will show up for me. But if you search for Kansas City barbecue, it's going to be completely different results, because you may not be in Kansas City, or there may be a business in your area called Kansas City barbecue. It's all personalized, and so Google takes in all of this information from local, from social, and mobile, and it is all put into their algorithm, and it's personalized for each person's search results. So for this point, the best thing to do is just have really good user interface on your website, and do all the things that we talked about before with social and your local citations, and have a really engaging website, and this will help in that area a lot. So that's it for us. Just wrapping up, we talked about a lot today, I know. This video will be available on SlideShare, and the slide will be available on SlideShare. Just follow the link. Be sure to check out all of our social media profiles. Click on them, like us, follow us. We'd really appreciate it. And be sure to check back for more great content and cool webinars that we'll be hosting here in the future. We look forward to giving you guys more cool information about SEO and web development. So be sure to follow us. Thank you.